Workplace politics. How damaging is it really? And what do we do about it? Well, here comes the answer, because this is your weekly kick. Today I want to talk about a time where it really wasn't my finest hour. It wasn't my best time as a leader. One morning came and I had to fire somebody. I'd been putting it off. I didn't enjoy this. I still don't enjoy when I've got to let somebody go. It's not a fun thing. So I'd put it off to a degree for a while, but this morning was the time. So I did it. I let him go. It went okay. And that afternoon I went back to his crew and explained why he wasn't there and why he wasn't going to be there. The response shocked me. To a person, they came to me and they said, "Todd, thank you very much for firing him." And it shocked me because I hadn't expected this. And I was asking them why. Why would you say this? Well, because he'd been playing political games. He'd been maneuvering to try to advance himself without doing the work he needed to do. He'd been cutting corners, but playing games so I wouldn't notice what was going on. And I totally missed it. That was totally my fault, and I missed it. So what happened was I lost some of the loyalty my teams had for me, my crews, some of the trust that I developed with them. I'd lost some of the momentum that we had developed and the teamwork that we had built. We were lacking in some of that. Some of the high-performing people that were working were now okay. And some of the people who were okay were now poor. Because that's the effect that workplace politics has on the people we lead. As leaders, and I've done this too, it's easy to go, well, just grow up. Come on. Get on with the job. Focus on what you need to do. And we forget that the effects of workplace politics are significant on an employee. Because as a leader, it really doesn't affect me. Everybody's trying to get my favor. And so they're playing games to get that favor. As an employee, it's very different. We often assume it looks like this. Somebody's got a great big cleaver raised and they bury it in somebody's back. And it's easy to see, and we're thinking, how can I miss that? How's it? I can't miss that. I'll see it if it happens. We don't see it because that is not how it usually happens. Here is how it usually happens. It's not a cleaver that people use. It's a little paring knife. Small cut here, small cut there, small unexpected cut there that nobody really necessarily notices. But what happens is people start looking over their shoulders. They start getting nervous. And they stop focusing on where we're going as a team. They stop focusing on our overall objectives and start watching their back more than they're watching forward. As a leader, here's what we can do about it. Number one, we need to be aware that those things can happen. Workplace politics are a reality, and we need to be aware when they're happening. Watch our people. Is there somebody who used to be fully engaged in what was going on in our company, in our organization, but now all of a sudden, their engagement level seems to have slipped, and there's no distinct reason that we can put our finger on for it. Maybe the reason goes back to that somebody is playing some workplace politics. So be aware. Secondly, assess. Who's involved? Who's kind of behind it? And who's being caught in the web? Secondly, what are the reasons behind it? Maybe as a leader, I haven't been giving a strong enough reason and a strong enough purpose that was going to drive us all and grab us all and take us to where we're working as a team. It's going to motivate me to put my own agenda to the side and function as a part of a team, because we're going to all reach our own objectives faster and better as a team than we will as individuals. Maybe I need to do that better as a leader. And thirdly, I need to address the issue real quick. I need to address it quickly, and I need to address it clearly. When I do this, what happens is people understand they don't have to watch their back because I've got their back. When people know that their back is taken care of, that they're being protected, they will focus on where they're going, on where we're heading as a team, and what we need to do to get there. They will help other people succeed in their roles on the team because they know their back is covered. When I, as the leader, have their back, they're not worried about it. As leaders, we need to be aware of when it happens. We need to assess what's actually going on, who's involved, and we need to address it quickly and clearly. There's a great opportunity for a leader to show their people that they have their backs and that they'll take care of it. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday for your Weekly Kick. Danny and Tom, thanks for letting me coerce you into being my models for this week's Weekly Kick.